This is how Hawaii separated themselves from Pepperdine last week with the serving game.
And John Costi, he wants a timeout to talk about it. Hawaii up by 4.
Find the perfect gift for every occasion at Big Island Candies. Visit them at their flagship in Hilo at Ala Moana Center or click on BigIslandCandies.com to view their entire collection and place your order today.
Hawaii on a nice little run here. Up by 4. J.P. Marks to serve it up for the Warriors and see if they can continue this run out of the Stanford timeout. Off the cable. Right at the net. Tight set and another block by Hawaii.
Boy, Davis Holt again getting the job done at the net. 6'8" sophomore out of Maryknoll High School. Very disciplined. Presses over and blocks Spencer Haley. Hawaii's 8th block. Holt has been in on 5 of them.
5 for 5 offensively, and he is right there defensively. And Stanford ends the run. But Hawaii still up by 4. Again, they led that first set by as many as 3 before the Cardinal came back to win it. Back to serve it up for Stanford will be Stephen Irwin. Irvin.
Good pass by Scooter Sakaida. Spencer Haley putting it down. Haley from Corona Del Mar, California. Fab 50er.
Siki, and Siki is roofed, and the big block that time by the 6'7" sophomore Spencer Haley.
Haley was a high school All-American. His team, when he was a senior, actually was the national champions in boys high school volleyball.
Irvin back to serve it again for the Cardinal. Off the tape, put up by Marks. Set to Siki. Nice job of digging that up by Kneller. Out of the back row. That ball is out, point Hawaii. And the Warriors back up by 4 at 15. We'll take a timeout. Hawaii looking good. Set number 2. All right, what do you say we go inside the numbers? Courtesy of Burger King. .407. Brooks Sador's kill percentage last week versus Pepperdine. 32 kills, only 8 airs and 59 swings. Boy, you're hitting at a .407 clip. Life is good.
And he's gone from serving once a set to serving 3 or more times per set. So a good move by the staff to move him into the starting lineup and out of serving specialist. Here is now the super specialist, Johan Timmer.
He was in there when Hawaii pulled off real victories. Timmer comes up, saves it. Siki with the little roll shot, covered over there by Kneller. And then out of the back row, the block by Hawaii. And again, it's Brooks Sador coming up huge at the net for the Warriors.
And Taylor Averill there as well. There's another inside the numbers for you. Hawaii's middles right now combined being 750. Averill and Holt really having monster nights so far.
Johan Timmer, a sophomore out of Auckland, New Zealand. You know he'd like to play more, but he's also relishing this role of coming in and doing that. Another great serve and a good pass, and it results in a free opportunity for Hawaii. Let's see if they can make it pay. Back set, Sador is roofed, and a big block by Jake Kneller.
Jake Kneller just made up for a poor pass with a great block right there. Timmer put up a beautiful serve and forced which Kneller took, and it was not a great pass. But then he turns right around and makes up for it, redeems himself with that monster block right there.
Madison Hayden in to serve, the freshman, his first appearance. And Hayden off the bench into the net.
Made 0 for 2 tonight in the serving specialist area.
Yep.
Again, one of the toughest jobs of the game, I think, to be a serving specialist. You sit around for half an hour, then you get to go serve, then you sit around another half hour, you get to go serve. Only once a set are they allowed to go in, and that's it.
And he did it. 1 appearance in the first set. As you said, his second appearance right there. High toss by Sador. And Cook off off the hands.
Cook continues his winning ways. 12 kills now, hitting .526. Got 3 blocks. All MPSF player from last year.
Hawaii still with
by the way, a great beach player as well. Really good beach player and a terrific golfer.
I was going to say Hawaii with a 4-point advantage, 3, and that's the second time we've seen Matthew Cheap and J.P. Marks look at one another with uncertainty after a ball just falls down on a ball not even that hard hit.
There's got to be an early call on that. Somebody's got to say before the serve, who's got that seed?
And there's Averill, and the middles continue to do a job for Hawaii. Well, take another look at it. Your hardware Hawaii, hard hit. And the middles have just been dominating for Hawaii. Taylor Averill, he is 6 of 8, and Davis Holt is a perfect 5 of 5 out of the middle. And another booming serve. And that may result in an ace. Oh, I can't believe they were able to put that back outside the antenna. What an incredible play. Marks bites off a tough angle, dug up by Kneller. And then Cook with the soft roll shot. Hawaii, 2 players going after it, and Brooks Adore finishes it. Good hustle, though, by the Cardinal.
Boy, Hawaii's lucky that they didn't have each player touch the ball there and be called for 4 contacts.
That's exactly what Coach John Costi just came over to talk to the official about. And the referee said they were both there, but only one touched it. And another timeout called by John Costi, Chris, as his team now trails by 5.
And Hawaii's really bounced back well here in this second set. Actually, we're seemingly in control in set number 1 and lost it there in the middle of the set. Now, I think they're going to reach 20 before Stanford does this time.
Sure looks like it. Well, what do you say we check out our Fujitsu air conditioning cool play of the match and watch the serve once again and watch the hustle by Stanford. You could go and you could cross over, but when you hit it back, it needs to stay outside the antenna. And then, of course, when you get it over the net, it needs to be inside the pin. It's pretty cool play.
That was pretty cool. We don't see that happen that often. There's the play where Averill stepped in and took that ball. It looked like Sarkovic was also going to be there to take it, but he did not. Let's see, Brooks Adore, oh boy, is he happy. He had his grandparents out here last weekend for the Pepperdine matches. Or the weekend before for the Valringer Hotels Classic. They came out from Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
And he was very happy to spend the whole weekend with them.
A lot of snowbirds from that part of the world come up and spend a little warm weather time here in the islands. Boy, after all the rain and everything we had, what a beautiful last couple of days we've enjoyed.
Yeah, and we did get some nasty weather, didn't we?
Oh, I tell you. Last weekend, I liked it though. I like the cool weather, I like the rain. It's nice.
Well, you're a skier. Cold doesn't bother you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, what I like is when I know there's a lot of low pressure blowing through here, then I'm saying to myself, okay, it's going to catch that jet stream and it's going to dump the snow where it needed to dump.
There you go.
It's all part of the process. Cook. Good job by Averill. And Marks to keep it alive. And then a little touch shot by Siki, covered up nicely by Kneller. That ball is out. Point for Hawaii. Hawaii first to 20, and they do it with a 6-point advantage.
Boy, Siki put up a really good serve that Jake Kneller popped up with his hands. He took it overhand. It was a pretty good pass he put up, and Stanford couldn't convert.
That's what the crowd was asking for.
They're asking for a lift. That could have been two touches right there.
Another great serve by Siki. Off the hands. And Siki unable to save that one.
Good swing by Kneller on the outside. Hits the high hands.
2015. And back to serve it up is going to be Jake Kneller.
Kneller's a little bit like Matthew Cheese. He's Stanford's version of Matthew Cheek. For 3 years, he's been just a serving specialist. Just like Chief was struggling to get on the roster. He was a serving specialist as well. Now all of a sudden, both players are getting a lot of time, these two seniors.
And a couple of quick back-to-back points for Stanford, and all of a sudden it's 20-16. Hawaii would like to get the side out right here. Averill, that's one of the few times the middles have not been able to connect. And again, unable to connect. Although it falls on the Stanford side of the net. It's kind of tough to see what side of the net that ball came down on, but it is point Hawaii.
And Ramos believes in his middle so much, he's going right at Stanford's best blocker, Michalski, right there. Michalski, very, very athletic player, former basketball player. And but Ramos unafraid, he goes right at Michalski.
Ball just in. Inside that far right corner, point Cardinal, back within 4.
Michalski, though, still hitting negative. Had those 3 errors in the first set. And there's no way, I don't think he's going to come back and hit negative 167 all night. He actually holds the Stanford season record for kill percentage, hitting over 400 a couple of years ago, I believe.
So look at Charlie Wade a moment ago, hasn't called a timeout yet in the second set. And that ball is out. Hawaii now, 22-17. If Charlie Wade has his way, he won't call a timeout in this set.
I'll tell you, if Stanford gets on a run at all,
yeah, maybe even
I promise you he's going to call an early timeout.
I was thinking even if that point right there went to Stanford, it would have been 21-18, and we may have seen it. Instead, the lead is back up to 5. Ramos to serve it for Hawaii. Tried to feed the middle, dug up back there by Siki Sarkovic. Overpass, and hammering it down is Stephen Irvin. J.P. Marks tried to go cross court with the set. Put a little bit too much on.
You had the right idea, but you don't want to be overpassing. You want to keep it off the net because the attacker can hit anywhere inside that 3-meter line and get a good shot at it. Doesn't need to have it right on the net.
Shaw floats it over. And again, they go to the middle for the first time tonight. Davis Holt is unsuccessful. He is roofed. And now it's a 3-point lead at 19 serving 22. Charlie Wade kind of scratching his head, but not taking the timeout yet.
Well, Stanford scores again, I guarantee you, Charlie will call a timeout.
I think you're right about that. Little float serve. They go cross court. Sador didn't get a good thing on it. Advantage, Cardinal. Hawaii gets it right back. Ramos with the back set to J.P. Marks. What a dig by Sakihita. The cross-court killer. And it's a 2-point set. It is now 22-20, and there is the timeout called by Charlie Wade as they get 3 straight points.
Good set by, I think Brian Cook actually set that broken play out to the outside. And Irvin converted. Again, Irvin and Cook, those two are complementing each other so well. Irvin, 8 kills, and hitting 400. Brian Cook, 12 kills, hitting 409. Boy, those are good numbers, let me tell you. Those are all-American numbers.
Stanford in the midst of a 6-1 run. They have narrowed this gap, and Hawaii was up by, what was it? It was 20-14.
So the big question now is, there's the brain trust right now. Sean Carney, Jeff Hall, and Charlie Wade talking about, okay, who do we tell Joby Ramos to set next? So it's be interesting to see see who's going to get it. They go to the middle, where the middle has been very successful tonight, but they need a good pass to set the middle. Or do they go back to J.P. Marks on the right? They go to Sarkovic on the left. It's going to be an interesting dilemma for Hawaii to see who's going to be their go-to guy right now.
Kind of an interesting, so you say that, you talk about who they're going to set. How much of it can you predetermine? But then, of course, a lot of it is determined on the pass, how the serve, how the pass, what happens in the process of the play.
You're absolutely right. There's actually a two-part conversation there. Hey, guys, if the pass is good, let's make this our first choice. If the pass isn't good, let's make this our first choice. It's kind of like that's how the conversation goes.